Today we have a front row seat to Happier Than Ever, a love letter to Los Angeles. We're also talking to the cast of Doogie Kamealoha, MD, barking around with Bob Peterson, director and voice of Doug from Pixar's Doug Days, and so much more. I'm Andre.
And I'm Jenny, and this is What's Up Disney Plus, where we talk all things Disney Plus.
Grammy Award-winning and chart-topping artist Billie Eilish makes her Disney Plus debut with Happier Than Ever, a love letter to Los Angeles, a cinematic concert experience.
From the stage of the legendary Hollywood Bowl, we'll get to witness an intimate performance of Eilish's new album, Happier Than Ever.
Now let's hear from Billie Eilish herself.
A love letter to Los Angeles is really just an ode, I guess, to my hometown and my childhood and what created me, and kind of just involving that aspect of loving Los Angeles and feeling this kind of attachment to it. I just felt like it deserved a life of its own in its own kind of way. The inspiration behind the animation was all over the place. For me, I was referencing movies that I grew up watching and animations and like a lot of mixed media. I don't know, there's a lot. I mean, I was just a kid very recently. So, I watched all the kid movies growing up. And I mean, being a Disney princess is like literally a dream come true. So to me, and I feel like I think most people would agree with me that the Hollywood Bowl is really maybe the most iconic venue in Los Angeles. I came here all the time when I was a kid, and we filmed this whole concert film in the empty Hollywood Bowl at 4 a.m. So it was very surreal. Felt like a dream. I hope that the audience feels satisfied. I hope they feel joy. It feels amazing to share this concert with the Disney Plus family. I feel so welcomed and happy to be involved. Stream Happier Than Ever, a love letter to Los Angeles, September 3rd on Disney Plus.
And now, here's what's new. We're not done exploring the Disney parks. Stream 5 new episodes of Behind the Attraction now on Disney Plus.
She's saving lives while figuring out her own. Doogie Kamealoha, MD is streaming September 8th on Disney Plus.
What lies just beyond will shock and haunt you. Based on the best-selling graphic novel series from R.L. Stine, stream the all-new original series Just Beyond this fall on Disney Plus.
Set in present-day Hawaii, Doogie Kamealoha, MD follows Lahela Doogie Kamealoha, a 16-year-old girl who is balancing both a rising medical career and life as a teenager.
Now we get to hear from the cast of the series. Take a look.
Hey everyone, Peyton Elizabeth Lee here, and today we'll be taking a medical pop quiz. Let's do it.
Okay, first one, epidermis. We got A, tongue, B, hair, and C, skin.
I know this one. Not because I play a doctor on TV, because I remember it from an episode of The Simpsons.
I'm gonna go C, skin?
I'm gonna go C, skin.
It is C, skin.
Yay, correct! Yay, okay.
Next, we have sternutation.
Is it A, hiccup, B, sneeze, or C, nose hair?
B, sneeze?
I'm gonna go B, sneeze.
B, sneeze.
Did you go to med school, girl?
Paronychia. A, fingernail. B, toenail. C, hangnail.
Fingernail? A? No.
I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say C.
Hangnail because it's
fun.
C, hangnail? Hey! All right.
All right, hopefully the SAT goes this well. Doogie Kamealoha, MD follows my character Lahela, who is a 16-year-old doctor navigating her life between being a teenager and being a doctor and finding herself somewhere in the middle. And through it all, she has her friends and her family supporting her.
The show is so focused on female empowerment, AAPI representation, and it really is a show that can bring all generations together to gather around the television and walk away with a really beautiful moral lesson from every episode and just feel good.
Doogie Kamealoha, MD is such a wonderful story and so dynamic in the way that we get to watch Lahela, Doogie Kamealoha, walk through all of the different aspects of her life, from being a child genius to being a doctor and being a leader in the resident realm. There's so many well-rounded, heartfelt aspects to this show, and I hope people just take away from it the calm and the beauty of Hawaii, and also the story of our awesome Dr. Doogie.
The best part of filming for me was getting to film in Hawaii, which is my home state. And it was also cool to be able to show an American, Asian, Pacific Islander, and Caucasian family, which was exactly the same as my family growing up.
The best part about filming for me was getting to collaborate with the creative team and cast. Everyone was so incredibly talented and just really good people.
Audiences can look forward to so many things on Doogie Kamealoha MD, from getting to see how Doogie and Noelani and Charles all interact with each other in the hospital ward, and also getting to see the family dynamics and seeing a little sneak peek behind Noelani and Charles's life too.
I think audiences can look forward to the show being very colorful, very warm, the dramedy of it all, the drama and the fun comedy moments, and you can laugh and you can cry.
Fun medical stories, seeing more of the islands of Hawaii, learning more about this family, and watching Lahela as she figures out who she is as she's a doctor and she's a teenager navigating her first relationship.
I think there's something in the show for everybody, and all the viewers can sort of connect to different characters and different personalities.
It's not just a comedy, it's not just a drama, it's not just a procedural. It sort of finds pieces of each of those and draws inspiration from all genres. So there really is something for everyone.
Stream Doogie Kamealoha MD September 8th on Disney+.
Doug from Pixar's Up is back in an all-new series of shorts called Doug Days. In this spinoff, Doug takes on the dangers of suburbia, including puppies, fireworks, and of course, squirrel!
Here to tell us more is Bob Peterson, the creator and director of Doug Days. He's also the writer and co-director of Pixar's Up and the voice of Doug himself. Take a look.
What's up, Disney Plus? This is Bob Peterson, the director of Doug Days and the voice of Doug. Pixar's Doug Days was a way to continue the story of Up. It takes place right after the completion of Up. Carl and Doug find a house in a neighborhood, and Doug gets to experience suburbia, a place which he's not used to, and grapple with all the fun and, to him, the dangers of suburbia. One thing I tried to do was, in each of our 5 shorts, look at a facet of a dog's life as we go along. And so a dog's territoriality and nurturing of puppies and protecting the yard, and then a dog's fears. All of this is played through Doug's eyes and nose. In fact, we're really looking at the sort of superhero quality that dogs have in their amazing smell. And so in one of our shorts, we really go into what it might be like for a dog to have that kind of superhero power. Also, Russell makes an appearance. It just wouldn't be the gang if we didn't have Russell in there. And he and his mom have moved next door to Carl and Doug, and we have a lot of fun having Russell back.
Are you going to eat that? I would be happy if you did not.
Well, I feel honored to be the voice of a dog in Doug. And I remember back on Up, when we decided to give Doug a collar, it was exciting because you could hear a dog's thoughts. And it wasn't just somebody giving a voice to a dog, but it's what a dog thought of. And so when I crafted that voice, I just thought about the truth of dogs. They're a little bit naive and a little bit loving and very loyal. And there's a little bit of wildness there from their wolf background. And so I just stood up to the mic and out came this voice. And in general, it's how I talk to my dogs. Hi, you dog. I love you, dog. You're a great dog. And it somehow seemed to fit this lovable Doug. And we really didn't have a different voice for Doug. That's the one that came forward, and we kept it. The line that I wrote where Doug walks up and says,
I have just met you and I love you.
I mean, to me, that's what I love about Doug and dogs in general. That when they meet you, they don't judge you, they wag their tail and they come up. And that's the pure love and acceptance of a dog. And that's really what I love about Doug the most. Stream Pixar's Doug Days now on Disney Plus. What is a Disney Plus?
That's our show for today. Be sure to head on over to Disney Plus to stream all of your favorites and more.
What's Up Disney Plus will be taking a short break, but we'll see you again in the fall.
So Andre, what are you gonna watch on your break?
Ooh, I think I'll watch Star Wars Visions, Muppets Haunted Mansion, then I'll probably rewatch Disney's Adventures of the Gummy Bears, The Adventures in Wonderland, Adventures in Babysitting, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Chip 'n Dale Park Life, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, both versions of DuckTales, 101 Dalmatians, 102
All right, I'm gonna go.
Dalmatians.
Bye.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, both versions of each. Jenny, what about you? Jenny?
Thank you for watching What's Up Disney Plus. I do not know what that is. I am a dog.